Alright, so we made it to question 7 of the November 2018 South African CAP syllabus mathematics matric exam paper 2. Okay, so question 7 is another trigonometry question. The previous two were trig as well. So let's have a look at the question. So a pilot is flying a helicopter, and at point A, which is h meters directly above the ground as we can see here, above point D on the ground, he notices a strange object at point B. So you notice a strange object there. The pilot determines the angle of depression from A to B is 30 degrees. Okay, so this is a horizontal line. Angle of depression is 30 degrees. He also determines that the control room at point C is 3h meters away. So this distance is 3h meters. And angle BAC is 2x. So BAC is 2x degrees. Now points B, C, and D are in the same horizontal plane, so all of them are on the ground. And this scenario is sketched in the diagram. Okay, so we have all the information we need in this diagram. Now let's start with question 7.1. 7.1. Okay, we need to determine the distance AB, this distance in terms of h. So what I'll do is I'm just going to draw a triangle and work from there. So let's say this is our triangle, and that should be roughly a 90-degree triangle with some lines over here. Alright, so what do we know? Well, we know if this is 30, then this is also 30 because of alternating angles. So we know that's 30 degrees. We know this is h meters, and that is A and B and D. Okay, so I just took this triangle out and put it separately on its own so we can work from here. We need to find AB. We have an angle, we have a side, we need another side. So we can use sin, cos, or tan. We've got a 90-degree triangle. Okay, so what if we have the opposite side, we want the hypotenuse. So opposite and hypotenuse will give us sine. So we know that sine of angle B, which is 30 degrees, will be equal to the opposite, which is h meters, over the hypotenuse, which is AB. And now all we need to do is get AB by itself. So let's multiply both sides by AB. That'll give us AB times sine 30 equals h. And now we divide both sides by sine 30. So AB equals h over sine 30. Great, and we also know what sine 30 is. Sine 30 from your special triangles is a half. So h divided by a half gives us 2h. Okay, so we know AB is 2h. 2h. Great. Now, question 7.2. So that was a pretty nice, easy one to get us going. So 7.2, 4 marks. It looks like it might be a little bit more complicated. Share the distance between the strange object at point B. I wonder what the strange object could be. At point B, and the control room at C is given by this formula. Okay, so we want to work in angle BAC, that big triangle. So let's draw a representation of that. So BAC, something like that. That triangle. Okay, BAC. So what do we know about BAC so far? Well, we know BA is 2h. We know AC is 3h. And we know angle BAC is 2x degrees. Whoa, let me rewrite that. 2x degrees. Okay, we need to find the distance BC. So we've got two sides and an included angle, two sides and the angle in between them, so we can use our cosine formula. So what is the cosine formula? Well, let's just quickly recap that. If we have a triangle ABC, then we can say this length here, BC, equals the other two lengths squared. So AB squared plus AC squared minus 2 times the other two lengths. So 2 times AB times AC times cosine of the angle opposite the side we're looking for. So angle opposite BC is A, cos of A. Okay, so that is our cosine formula. Now let's apply it to our scenario. We want BC, so we'll do BC squared equals, now the other two lengths squared, so 2h squared plus 3h squared minus 2 times 2h times 3h times cosine of the angle opposite BC, which is 2x. Alright, let's start simplifying. So we still have BC squared in here. 2h squared will give us 4h squared. 3h squared will give us 9h squared. Minus, and then 2h times 3h is 6h squared. Times 2 is 12h squared. And we still need to add the cos of 2x at the end. Okay, now let's see if we can simplify some more. 4h squared plus 9h squared is 13h squared. Okay, minus 12h squared cos of 2x. Okay, so a couple of things we can do next. I think I'm going to factor out the h squared first. So we can take an h squared as a common factor. What's left is 13 minus 12 times cos of 2x. Okay, so this looks sort of promising, but it doesn't look exactly what we want yet. One thing is we haven't taken the square root of bc squared yet to get bc. The other thing is here we've got cos of x, and here we've got cos of 2x, so the angle is not the same. But what else do we know? We know one formula here, let's do another one. We know cos of 2x is equal to one of three things. It's either equal to cos squared x minus sine squared x, or 2 cos squared x minus 1, or 1 minus 2 sine squared x. Okay, since there's no sine or sine x or sine squared x is involved here, it's probably going to be this one is going to be the most fruitful. But if you chose another one for cos 2x, that's also fine. You can convert this back into the one we want at the end. So I'm going to guess this one is the one we're looking for. So let's apply. Still got our h squared. And then we've got 13 minus 12. And instead of cos 2x, we're going to rewrite cos 2x as 2 cos squared x minus 1. So here we've got 2 cos squared x minus 1. Okay, let's simplify some more. So here we've got 13, and then multiply the negative 12. Negative 12 times 2 is negative 24 cos squared x. And negative 12 times negative 1 is positive 12. Great, we're getting there, almost done. H squared. And now we can see 13 plus 12 is 25. Minus 24 cos squared x. And now we're pretty close to done, right? Looks very much the same. Now what we want to do is we want to take the square root of both sides. So if we square root bc squared, we just get bc. Square root of h squared is just h. And the square root of this we can just leave under the square root sign. 25 minus 24 cos squared x. And there we have it. That's exactly what we needed to prove. Perfect. Alright, so again, if you had any other methods, let me know if you do the different method to what I showed here. Or if you've got any questions on how something worked, maybe I didn't explain something very well, let me know in the comments below and we can discuss that. And I'll see you shortly for question 8.